Her name was Isla Carter. She was the kind of girl people underestimated the moment they met her. Quiet voice, simple clothes, and a calm smile that made others assume she had nothing special going on. Isla didn't come from a powerful family. She didn't have wealthy parents, a luxury car, or a job title that impressed people at family gatherings. But she had something most of them didn't. She had discipline. That night, Isla stood outside her aunt's house for a moment, holding a small gift bag. She could already hear the loud laughter through the door. The smell of expensive food drifted into the hallway, mixed with perfume and the sound of clinking glasses. Isla's mother had begged her to come. "It's just one dinner," she had said. "Don't make it a big deal." So Isla stepped inside. The dining room was full of people who loved judging others. Her cousins were dressed in designer outfits. Her uncle was talking loudly about investments. Her aunt smiled like she owned the world. The table looked perfect. White plates, golden cutlery, sparkling drinks, and candles that made everything feel expensive. Isla sat down politely and greeted everyone. At first, the conversation stayed normal. But Isla knew it wouldn't last, because every time someone asked what she did for work, the room turned into a stage. Her cousin Jason leaned back in his chair and said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "So, Isla, what job are you doing these days? Still doing that little computer work thing?" The table laughed. Isla smiled slightly. "Yes, I'm working." Her aunt raised an eyebrow. "That's it, after all that education." Another cousin, Brielle, giggled. "It's not really a career, is it? It's more like a temporary thing." Jason laughed again. "She's basically getting paid to click buttons." The laughter grew. Isla felt her stomach tighten, but she didn't react. She didn't defend herself. She didn't argue. She looked around the table. Her mother was trying to smile, but her eyes looked strained. Her father stayed quiet, staring at his plate, as if pretending he wasn't part of the conversation. Then her uncle, the one everyone called successful, delivered the sentence that cut the deepest. "Isla, you won't build a real future sitting behind a screen. You need a serious career, something respectable." Something inside her went cold. Not angry, not emotional, focused. Isla took a slow breath and nodded. "You're right. I'm still building." Jason smirked. "Building what?" "A spreadsheet kingdom." More laughter. Isla forced herself to eat. She listened. She watched. She memorized every insult, every smile, every look of pity. When the dinner ended, her aunt patted her shoulder and said sweetly, "Don't take it personally. We were just teasing." But Isla knew the truth. Teasing doesn't make someone feel small. That night, Isla went home, sat in her room, opened her laptop, and stared at the screen. Then she typed one sentence into her notes. "One day, I will be the reason they stop laughing." The next morning, Isla woke up before sunrise. She didn't magically become successful overnight. Her life didn't change instantly, but her mindset did. She realized something painfully clear. People don't respect effort. They respect results. So she made a plan. Isla kept her job. It was a small office job with a boring title. She handled data entry, customer emails, and reports. It wasn't glamorous. It didn't impress anyone at family gatherings. But Isla stopped seeing it as small. She started seeing it as her training ground. After work, she studied. Not motivational videos. Not empty quotes. Real skills. She learned advanced Excel. Then data analysis. Then automation tools. Then basic coding. Then freelancing platforms. Then client communication. Then pricing. Then how to deliver work so clean and fast that clients came back again and again. At first, she earned almost nothing. She spent hours on projects that paid her what some people spent on one dinner. But Isla didn't quit, because she wasn't chasing money in the beginning. She was chasing proof. Months passed. While her cousins posted photos of luxury vacations and expensive brunches, Isla stayed silent. While they mocked office workers, Isla worked nights. While they slept, she built. By month 4, she landed her first international client. The payment wasn't huge, but it was more than her weekly salary. She stared at the bank notification like it was unreal. That night, she didn't celebrate. She opened her notes and wrote, "It's working." By month 6, she had repeat clients. By month 8, she was earning consistently. By month 10, she was saving aggressively. Isla stopped buying unnecessary things. She tracked every expense. She cut distractions. She treated her time like gold. Her father started noticing. One evening he asked, "Why are you working so much lately?" Isla smiled. "Because I'm building." Her mother watched her quietly, proud but worried. Sometimes relatives would call and ask, pretending they cared. "So, still doing that little job?" Isla always answered politely, "Yes." She never explained. She never bragged. Because Isla had learned the most powerful rule of success. If you announce your plans too early, people will try to kill them. So she moved in silence. Then, close to the 1-year mark, something unexpected happened. Her mother came into her room holding her phone, her face tense. "Isla, your aunt is selling the house." Isla looked up slowly. The same house, the same dining room, the same table where they laughed at her. Isla didn't smile. She didn't feel excited. She felt calm, because life had just placed the perfect opportunity in front of her. She asked one question. "How much?" Her mother told her the price. Isla opened her laptop and checked her savings. She could do it, not because she was rich, because she had been consistent. That night, Isla didn't sleep. She planned every step, every payment, every legal detail. Then she whispered to herself, 1 year later, I'm coming back. The next day, Isla made the call. She didn't call her aunt. She called her uncle. He answered with a tired voice, like a man carrying too much stress. "Isla," she spoke calmly, "I heard you're selling the house." A pause. "Yes," he admitted. "Things are complicated right now." Isla kept her tone respectful. "I want to make an offer." Silence. Then, a soft laugh. The same laugh from the dinner. "Isla, houses are expensive. This isn't something you can just jump into." Isla didn't react. "I know," she replied. He cleared his throat. "Where would you even get that kind of money?" Isla smiled slightly. "From the job you all laughed at." The silence that followed felt heavy. He didn't laugh this time. He asked more carefully now, "What job exactly?" Isla answered, "The same one you called unserious." Another long pause. Then he finally said, "Come tomorrow. We'll talk." The next day, Isla arrived at the house. Not dressed to show off. Just clean, simple, confident. Her aunt opened the door and froze when she saw her. "Isla." Isla nodded politely. "Hello." Inside, everyone was there. Her uncle, her cousins, Jason, Brielle, a few relatives who had laughed last year. Isla sat down like she belonged there. Her uncle started discussing the price. He tried to sound professional, but his nervousness showed. His hands moved too much. His voice cracked slightly. Jason stared at Isla like he was looking at a stranger. Finally, he spoke. "Wait, you're serious? You're buying this house?" Isla looked directly at him. "Yes." No drama, no anger, just truth. Brielle tried to smile. "Isla, we didn't know you were doing so well." Isla nodded. "You didn't ask. You assumed." Her aunt's face tightened, but she forced a polite expression. "We were just joking last year," she said. Isla leaned back slightly. "It didn't feel like a joke," she replied calmly. The room went quiet. For the first time, nobody knew what to say. Because Isla wasn't begging for approval anymore. She was offering them a deal. Her uncle tried to negotiate. Isla stayed calm. She didn't argue. She didn't raise her voice. She simply stated facts. She knew her numbers. She knew her limits. She knew the legal process. And that was when her uncle realized something terrifying. The girl they mocked wasn't weak. She was just patient. At the end of the meeting, Isla stood up. "I'll have my lawyer send the documents," she said. Her aunt blinked. "Your lawyer?" Isla smiled softly. "Yes." Jason looked down at the floor. The same cousin who once laughed at her job couldn't even look her in the eyes anymore. Isla walked out of the house calmly, but inside, she felt something powerful. Not revenge, validation. 2 weeks later, the deal was complete. The paperwork was signed. The payments were made. The house was legally hers. Isla didn't celebrate with friends. She didn't post online. She didn't announce it, because she wasn't doing this for attention. She was doing it for closure. Then she invited the entire family to a dinner. Her mother looked nervous when Isla said it. "Are you sure this is a good idea?" Isla smiled. "Yes, it's time." That evening, everyone arrived at the house. The same dining room, the same table. But this time, Isla was the one standing in the kitchen, checking the food, arranging the plates, setting the candles. Jason walked in and whistled. "Nice place." Isla smiled. "Thank you." Her aunt looked uncomfortable, as if the walls were judging her. Her uncle avoided eye contact. Everyone sat down. The dinner began. Small talk filled the room. People spoke carefully, as if they could feel something strange in the air. Isla let them talk. She watched them laugh softly, pretending everything was normal. But Isla knew the truth. They weren't comfortable anymore, because deep down, they knew something had changed. After dinner, her uncle stood up and cleared his throat. "Well, we should get going." Isla stood up too. She reached into her pocket, and she pulled out a set of keys. Then she placed them on the table. The sound was small, but the silence that followed was enormous. Jason frowned. "What's that?" Isla looked around the table, at every face that once laughed at her. Then she spoke calmly. "This house belongs to me now." Nobody moved. Nobody laughed. Her aunt's mouth opened slightly, but no words came out. Her uncle slowly sat back down, as if his legs stopped working. Jason's face turned pale. Brielle looked down at her hands. Isla's father stared at her in shock. Her mother covered her mouth, tears forming in her eyes. Isla didn't smile like a villain. She didn't mock them. She didn't raise her voice. She simply said the sentence that ended the entire story. "You laughed at my job. That job bought this house." The room stayed silent. Her uncle finally spoke, weakly. "Isla, we didn't know." Isla nodded. "You didn't know because you never respected me enough to ask." Then she looked at Jason. "I hope you understand something now." Jason swallowed. "I do." Isla picked up the keys again and held them gently. "I'm not here to humiliate you," she said. "I'm here to remind you that people you look down on are often the ones building something you can't see." Her father walked toward her slowly. He placed his hand on her shoulder, and for the first time in her life, he said, "I'm proud of you." That moment was better than revenge, because it wasn't about the house anymore. It was about her worth. The family left soon after. No arguments, no shouting, just silence. And that was Isla's victory. Not loud, not messy, just undeniable. Never let people's laughter define your future. Sometimes the job they mock is the same job that will change your entire life. Work in silence. Improve your skills. Save your money. Stay consistent. Because one day, your results will speak so loudly that nobody will have the courage to doubt you again.